Good evening. It's Sunday, October 23rd. We're here. Kevin Palmer's here.
Hey.
Mike Atall's here. Jack Armstrong's here. We got a fog machine going today. We're getting into spooky season. We're getting into the spooky season.
That's a wolf.
I had to say what day it was, but we are actually pre-recording today. We got a Friday night sesh going on. Welcome, welcome. We're going to get frisky. It's Friday night.
Daddy's baby show. It's Daddy's baby show.
For the pre-record, I think this is the closest to the time we've done.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we did 6 days ahead of time one time.
It's closest to the time and day.
We did back.
We're
yeah,
basically
yeah.
right on time.
Yeah, one time we pre-recorded, we did back-to-backs. It felt crazy. We were here one night, we were here the next night.
Mm-hmm.
You hear these podcasts talking about, like, we did 4 episodes yesterday. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't like that,
That'd be hard.
but I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know how you do that.
Got to bank them. Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
And they always talk about how hard it is to podcast all the time. I'm like, shut up. I'm like, you do got to kind of be on.
Yeah, seriously. And these comedians that, I mean, the ones that we watch, like, what are some of your favorite podcasts? Just so our listeners know what we're
Oh,
listening
my
to.
God. We might be drunk. Bad Friends. Whiskey Ginger. Tiger Belly. I listen to so many.
Same here, the Tim Dillon podcast.
Dillon.
They're all like seasoned stand-up comedians. They have such an advantage doing this, and that's why they have the best podcast ever.
I got to say, Are You Garbage is my favorite.
Yeah, that's right. And they are stand-ups as well, just not quite as successful, but now the podcast, they're getting there.
Dude,
You know?
I brings a tear to my eye watching those boys
I know,
blow up.
right? They really are blowing
They
up.
talked about when they're in one of their episodes. They talked about going out to their first tour after their success, and they're like talking about people coming up and taking pictures with them, and they like both run in the green room and they're like, "Yeah,
I bet that's
somebody
so
recognized
sick.
us."
I can only imagine.
And they give high fives and stuff. Yeah,
And they said,
after years of failing.
the one guy said he made like $18,000 like the year before they blew up or something.
Yep.
And his girlfriend paid for the entire studio that they use and all that.
Yeah, I wonder why she did that.
And honestly, I like their studio the best. They have the best lighting. They have the best I mean, it all sounds okay, but they got the best lighting. I love their studio.
You know
The
what
way
I like?
those wood panels look are just so funny. But
Yeah.
Go ahead and what were you saying?
The wood paneling.
It
yes.
is garbagey looking.
Yeah,
It's 'cause of the paneling.
It's supposed to be Aunt Tootie's basement.
Should I get some paneling for the studio, guys? Should we get some paneling?
He always,
No.
he'll always be like,
We're not
here
going."
at Aunt Tootie's basement. She's up there playing backgammon.
Yeah.
Honestly, they took it. From now on, if you have paneling in your podcast studio, you're ripping them off.
Yeah.
Like they did it first and they did it. And it was a great idea. I wish we did it.
I lived in a really trashy trailer one time that had that.
Yeah. Like my grandparents, all their houses had it.
Yeah,
all their beach house and regular house.
I'm a Good Mythical Morning guy. I like them.
Who was in that?
The guys that eat stuff. Rhett and Link.
Oh, yeah, I don't like those guys that much.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. They are like kings of YouTube, that's for sure.
Who are?
Rhett and Link. You don't know about Rhett and Link?
You got them pulled
We're
up?
not going to talk about Rhett and Link on it.
Okay.
Oh, Tuesdays with
They get
Stories.
enough.
This past weekend, 2 Bears, 1 Cave.
Oh, yeah.
Honeydew.
Two Bears,
Oh,
One
yeah,
Cave.
that's a good one. Shout out to Ryan Sickler, Baltimore
Baltimore.
comic. Yes.
He's awesome. His accent, though, it sounds like he's from North Carolina or something. Have you heard him? He's got a draw.
It's all about his voice and his laugh. I can't do it. But
His laugh is crazier than mine. Oh, yeah, I listen to Flagrant or some too, but it's kind of Flagrant's kind of annoying.
Oh, yeah. It gets a little annoying because of his co-host sometimes. But I love Andrew
Akash.
Schultz. He really is one of the... When he gets time to write, he is one of the most clever comics out there.
Did you hear his Kanye rant?
I didn't, but I bet his monologues are just so good every time. Was it good?
Oh, my God.
Nice.
It's like mind-blowingly good.
Like his puns and his little jokes and the word plays are second to none.
Did you
They
see
really
his,
are.
his new special they put on YouTube?
Yeah, I did. It was good.
The first thing he talks about with the lady, when the Mexican lady in the front row, remember that?
Can't remember, but I watched the whole thing and I thought it was
But
really good.
it's just so perfect. It just seems like it had to be fake or
Yeah.
something. The way,
Mhm. And his entrance was grand.
yeah, with Bruce Buffer.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, he's smart. He's very smart.
I couldn't believe that, and that must have been because that, of course, that was filmed in Austin.
And I heard some stories about the Bruce Buffer thing. Did you hear he only wanted one take, and then he insisted to do it like 3 or 5 more times because he didn't think he did it good enough.
Really?
Oh yeah, the guy's like he's a true pro. He gave it his all. Yeah, Bruce Buffer's the man.
Every time he does an announcement, I'm like,
Yeah, Rogan hooked that up, right?
Yeah, I would get a headache screaming like that.
Yeah, it can be good for you.
Yeah, because sometimes if it's a really, really rocking night and I'm yapping, DJing, I get a headache, and it's crazy.
What's that show that we've talked about before on the UFC channel? It's like animated sometimes.
Oh, yeah, where they animate the UFC stories. I don't know. What do they call that? But it's a good one.
There's a really good one about him.
Bruce Buffer?
Yeah. Normally it's about fighters, but there's one about him.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
It's just called UFC Animated, maybe?
No, it's like I can't remember what the name of the show is.
Hey, best announcer of all time. I mean, you can't even name
When he throws the card.
another announcer. That's the funny part about
His
it.
brother, Michael Buffer.
Just them. Just the Buffer boys.
You are recording, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't scare me like that now.
I don't know why it made me say that. But what did you search?
Animated UFC.
I just want to say embedded, but I know that's not it because that's the thing that leads up to every fight. So I don't know what's
It might be like Sunday Story or something weird like that even.
There's not that many of them, right?
I just know the one where the Diaz brothers
Fight in the hospital.
fight that guy in the hospital.
That one makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah. I mean, here's what I've always said about being a UFC fighter. Like, I couldn't do it because once I got hit and I was split open and then I went back to my corner, how are you going to step back out there? You know what I mean? Because when you're in the fight, you're split open, your adrenaline's kind of running, you have to deal with the situation. But when they give you a second to sit down, breathe, and you got the guy.
You only got 1 minute. I don't think it comes.
You're
to
a set. Yeah, you think it's too quick. You
Yeah.
think it's too quick. Gotcha. That
And-
makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, you're fired up. You're not going to calm down in that minute.
But once they're like, yeah, you're split open really, really bad. Look how big it is. Look how big it is.
You trust
And
that cut
yeah.
guy. That cut guy can be amazing sometimes, sealing that bitch up with Vaseline.
Yeah, and because you're not allowed to put any kind of bandage on it,
And
right?
it's just a couple stitches at the end of the day. It's not a cut on your forehead is not that big of a deal.
I mean, it is kind of. I mean, these guys are when you
cut is
compare it.
the least of your worries.
But when you compare it to any other sport, these guys, it's the ultimate sacrifice. These guys should be. It's
Football
amazing what
player-
they do.
Football players like linemen have it way worse.
You're right.
They're like getting in a fight every
They say a car
40.
accident.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like getting in a car accident,
every
right?
45 seconds for however long a fucking football game is,
Yeah.
which feels like forever if you ask me.
What's
Yeah,
it called? Fight Lore?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Thanks, Mike.
Make sure y'all check out Fight Lore on wherever it comes. Probably some FX or something like that.
I had it on when I used to subscribe to UFC Fight Pass
I used to do that as well.
because you could watch any fight. Man, I would just search because I was behind on a lot of. I'd missed a lot of fights, so I've seen them all now.
Yeah, and up in the in my recording studio, I just have a TV that constantly has fights on it.
Nice.
That's just the background because you don't need audio. People can just sit there and watch it. You know, if people come in and they're just with someone.
Did you ever just throw on some Pride fights or something?
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, that was like I love the Pride fights. I do that all the time. I love God, Bob Sapp. I love Bob Sapp Pride fights. You know Bob Sapp?
No, I'd be lying if I said.
Do you know the longest yard?
Yeah.
He broke it in my nose. That's Bob Sapp. He's an actual kickboxer.
Okay.
He's
I've
like,
probably watched him before. I normally am like, if I need a fight to watch, I always text my friend Jesse. I'm like, hey Jesse, what fight
nice.
should I watch? He's like for some reason he can remember every single good fight.
Hey, he's a true fan.
Encyclopedia of that shit.
But you know that character from The Longest Yard, right? Big,
Vaguely.
humongous guy. He's so big. But yeah, he's a real kickboxer. He's like 400 pounds.
That's awesome.
And that was the cool thing about Pride. I think it was like no weight classes or something like that. And
That's just
they
sick.
allowed steroids. That's what you want
I
nowadays.
guess.
I can't wait for that thing to kind of catch on because we
What
want
thing?
to see just no drug testing in professional sports
ooh.
or a certain league where they don't do it because we got to see what
That's
we
an-
can do.
That's
you know?
an SNL sketch.
It is, but it also is very
The
entertaining.
steroid Olympics. Remember that?
But it would honest to God be cool. But no, I didn't see that. That's an SNL.
That's like
skit.
an old SNL sketch. I don't remember who's in it, but it's definitely SNL sketch. Steroid
But it
Olympics.
is a good idea. Let's see what these scientists can do. Every guy should have a coach, a manager, a trainer, and a scientist. You know, let's see how strong and fast we can get these people.
But at what point? I guess it's up to them.
Yeah, it'd be cool, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Especially in the UFC.
Well, that's when baseball was the best with Barry Bonds and Mark
Thank
McGuire.
you,
and
thank you,
shit. I
thank you. Exactly.
It's literally called the steroid era.
Barry Bonds looked like Thanos. Yeah, he looked insane.
He looked like who?
Thanos. Like he
Purple.
was huge. He
Oh.
was huge and purple
Did he
and
maybe
bald.
look like that guy right there?
Speak of the devil.
Wow, that's just good segue. You had no idea.
This can is so awesome. You know what? It costs way extra to get that.
That looks like
gold.
Ivan Ooze though, doesn't it?
He doesn't have as wrinkly of a face as Thanos.
We were just talking the other day about how every kid movie like that had an evil goop in it.
Yeah, goop.
was-
Especially if Nickelodeon funded it.
And the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles wasn't there evil goop in
Definitely, and that was always radioactive sludge, probably of some kind. Yeah.
Don't show your parents.
that? And then the purple stuff in Ivan News. That was purple, right?
Yeah.
But what was the lady's name who was in the show every freaking episode? The bad lady?
Rita.
Yeah.
Rita
Repulsa.
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 Yeah, because she was great in the video game too. It was just like a little sprite of her that would pop up and she'd say stuff, but she would scare you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the putties are coming.
She's low key hot though.
I was just about to say this. She's probably actually kind of hot looking back.
She looks like a young Roseanne.
Yeah, how old is she? I remember
her.
her being older. Can you pull up Mike's screen?
You pulling up a little Rita?
I got Rita.
Yeah. Look at Rita, y'all.
Whoa, that Wikipedia thing on the right looks different than it did. Like they must have updated Google or something. It looks nice. Why
Well,
is it
no,
blue?
we're using Kevin's computer. He's got Bing as his primary search, and Bing's kind of classy. Bing has classed things up. Look at that.
And that's just whatever, what's it called, web browser came with the Windows computer.
Yikes.
What do you use this computer for?
That's my DJing computer. That's
So you
the
don't
computer.
browse the web on it too much?
Nah.
Do you make your crates and stuff on there?
Yep.
Can you do that elsewhere and then upload them on there?
Yeah, I think so, but I don't. But I think you could.
Is there like a cloud service for Serato or something like that where it works on all your computers and all your stuff's the same?
Yeah, yep.
But
If-
you're
you
running
can log into an account, and all those crates would show up if you have the hard drive for it.
to play it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because, I mean, crate work, man, you would never believe how long it takes. Crate work is never ending. You're never going to be done. You're never going to have the perfect library. And even if you do it every single day, you know what I mean? Like, you need like stuff that says 90s hip hop in every single song. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's the goal, to literally have all that. And then songs always come out. You got to keep updating all the different crates. It's tough.
When you do your radio mixes, do you make them from Serato?
Yeah. Yep.
You do them live?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Oh no, I pre-record and send in.
But
Yeah.
you do them like, you live record them though. Right?
But yeah,
You don't,
I don't do them like a doll or anything like that.
you could have just dragged the shit into like a Pro Tools file, right?
Yeah.
But you mix.
Yeah, but
the
I
whole
do
time.
mix it.
Okay.
Mix it, record it, and then send in. But yeah, it's all mixed in there.
I think a lot of DJs who have web shows or whatever, they do a lot of what I was talking about.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, whenever I see like James, actually, I just saw a James Hype video. You like James Hype?
Don't know who that is.
Oh wow, that's crazy. The algorithms are crazy, right? They make you think some people are humongous, and then you talk to someone like, "Who the hell are you talking about?" You know?
It's probably because yours is all music stuff.
Yeah. But you guys like DJs though, so I figured you'd know this guy.
James Hype.
James Hype. Mike.
Who the hell?
0 for 2? 0 for 2, James Hype?
Yeah, we don't know this guy.
That's wild. That's wild to me.
I
'cause
know
thought he
Dylan
was-
Francis.
Well, you know that
about a weird
song.
name.
You know that song Ferrari. It seemed like one of the biggest songs of the year.
No, dude, we don't hang out in bars every weekend, man.
But I'm talking.
You're the one playing the music.
I'm
though,
talking
so-
about in the EDM scene.
Yeah, I've been out of it.
Oh, all good. But yeah, I just saw a video of him, and he's like working on my set for tonight, which is like a live show, and he's dragging all his songs up onto a DAW, like in Pro Tools, or I guess it was Ableton.
James Hype,
Oh.
Miggy Della Rosa, Ferrari is the song.
That was the biggest. I thought like the biggest dance song of the year.
Don't play it.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna play
yeah,
it, but
that's-
I just wanted to I've never even heard of that.
Wow.
When you said a doll earlier, you weren't making a joke. That's a term.
Oh yeah, a DAW.
Digital audio.
Digital
workstation.
audio.
Yeah. Mhm.
I heard.
I wasn't doing a Bill Cosby impression. A doll. A doll.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I remember like the chain smokers and stuff. Seeing them do it like that too.
And before we get off the DJing, it's a very, very fun time of year. I have a big homecoming dance to DJ tomorrow night.
What?
That's always
Where?
nerve-wracking. Woodbridge High. Woodbridge High School.
Where's that?
In Delaware. In Delaware somewhere.
So many, You're gonna make so many memories.
Yeah.
People are gonna remember that night so fondly, and people are gonna remember that night so horribly. And you're gonna be having all the music.
You're gonna have to play a lot of requests.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's always good to keep up on what these kids are even listening to, and it's always the most shocking thing. Always is they listen to the same shit we did.
I remember one year I went to Mardella homecoming because my mom was a teacher there, and she got me a date with some girl there. It was sick. And I went to, or my mom was a guidance counselor, not a teacher. But I went to Mardella homecoming. I remember I was very popular at the homecoming because the DJ kept playing horrible music, and I kept requesting stuff to make it, and then the place was going crazy.
There you go.
Because of all the songs I was
The
requesting.
DJ probably loved you more than anyone. He's like, finally, another banger.
He didn't know what to. Sorry, he didn't know what to play, and he was like, "Okay, this kid's got me."
No, yeah, that's a very comforting feeling as a DJ.
It was like an old black dude DJing.
Mm-hmm. What were you requesting? Do you remember? That'd be great.
I remember one song I requested that everyone loved was "The Dip." I put my hand up on you.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
When you did,
I bet
did,
that
you
would do
did.
good. No one has requested that, but I bet that would do really, really good.
It's clean. It's a clean song, so they could play it at high school. So it was very popular.
That's great.
There's not one curse word in the whole song.
Can't argue with that.
Should we try this grape drink?
Yes.
Look at the purple foam. Can you show them that? It's got a chunk of grape in it. It looks like Dimetap.
I kind of not aim this right. I feel.
This is the
Like
Ivan
really
News
handicapped.
special, ain't it?
The face of Jack when he was aiming down.
Yeah, I felt mentally challenged or something. Jeez.
This tastes just like Dimetap when I was a kid.
I was looking at this. Yeah, this stuff. I gave the
Ew.
sip of this to Samantha one time, and she said this is the worst one they've ever made.
Gross aftertaste. I don't like this. Gross aftertaste. It's like fish.
I kind of like it. Weird.
Dimetap grape with a fishy afterburner.
Fishy. This one was called like triple grape hash or something stupid.
This is very,
Hash.
very great.
Yeah, remember? Or
snap.
triple grape concentrate or something.
Oh yeah, let's look it up, huh?
It was triple grape something.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of like
Silly.
it. It's very, very grape.
Very
And
grape.
It reminds me of the old school grape sodas I used to get in the high school vending machines, and I like it.
They had vending machines at Salisbury Christian School.
Yeah, a few in the cafeteria. They had grape soda.
Barely remember that. Did you like soda when you were like young, like a kid?
Yeah. Yep.
I never liked it until like I was like 15 or something.
Yeah, I started not drinking it probably when I was like 15, something like that, honestly. But yeah, I always liked Sprite growing up. I was a big Sprite guy.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't normally drink soda.
Did they put terps in this?
That's what it was, something like that, right?
It says our lactose sour base conditioned on, this is a Thanos reference, an inevitable amount of grape pie hybrid strain flavors.
Hybrid strain.
They put in the hybrid strain terps and some
I
grape.
knew it was some silly thing they would say like that.
So this is the Thanos flavor, huh?
Yeah, this was a really fun drop. It came out almost a year ago. It snowed really hard the day it came out, and Mike, the tattoo shop closed that day. So we got to go run up to Cambridge and pick up all the beer.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun snow day, guys.
We did donuts. I got to break the car in the snow. Oh, yeah, we took Mark up. There was an ice sculpture out. It was nice.
Shout out Mark for rolling the tightest joint ever rolled in the history of people.
Keep
and
it
him,
tight, Mark.
him trying to light it and it couldn't light because it was so tight, and him just apologizing. Sorry, guys.
It was
So not tight necessarily as a good thing.
No, it was too tight. We couldn't smoke it.
Oh, my
But he was
God.
just apologizing the whole time.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I really ruined the moment, man. We were going to smoke this joint. That was awesome.
You rolled a toothpick, Mark.
He's redeemed himself many times since, but that time was funny. But
too tight, dude.
yeah, that was a good day at RER. They had a sculpture outside. We went up and hung up at an apartment with some dudes and got really hammered, and then went back down to RER and ate dinner, and then drove home.
Man, I've never been to RAR. The number one thing that Cambridge, Maryland has going on.
It's pretty good. The food there is, I love it when you open the menu and you're like, man, everything's so cheap. I want it all.
Nice.
Really good price.
And it's good food?
Yeah. Cheesesteak, cheeseburger.
Sounds like a hell of an establishment over
Just
there.
bar food, you know? So, I mean, last
We
time
got
I
to start
went-
tagging them. How many local podcasts drink raw beer every single week? You know? We got to start
I don't
tagging
know,
them.
yeah. And we do reviewies. And I'm just cracked into an Evo.
Nice.
Little pineapple.
We should tag all of them, yeah.
Little pineapple.
And then, of course, Burley. You love Burley, Jack.
Burley's
He's
the
a
best.
Burley boy.
I was going to go to a concert there tomorrow night, but I'm probably not going to.
I was about
The
to
metal
say.
show.
Oh yeah, no. When's the funk? When's Grandmaster Funk Train coming through?
That's tonight
What? What do you mean?
at
We
the
got
Globe. There was like
Grandmaster Funk.
a local.
You talking about the skate shop thing?
No, it was
Jam
a-
band,
it was-
sorry.
Yeah, there we go. I could not get that. I
Jam
could not. I was
band.
searching for that. It's like a local jam band is playing. They were semi-local. They're like SU alumni, I think. Maybe.
Are they called Uncle
Cracker.
Cracker's 1 Gram Band?
Yes.
Yeah, these guys rock. Yeah, they're good, right?
Yeah. Are they SU alumni?
They're
Am I making that up?
they're either still going or they're 1 year out or something like that.
Okay, because I overheard people talking at the bar about them, and then I turned my head. There's a poster,
Mm-hmm.
and I took a note, told Mike jam band's coming, because Mike likes jam bands sometimes if you get him in the right head.
Well, yeah, go
space.
support those boys because they're literally the only band trying to do it right now in Salisbury.
Yeah, go see them tonight. Then it was 3 days ago. So
What's the band's name again? It's really called Uncle Cracker.
Uncle Cracker's 1 Uncle Kunkel or something like that. Is it Uncle Cracker? It can't be Uncle
1
Cracker.
gram jam band might
Yeah.
get you there.
Yeah, see if you can pull up
What?
the old Insta. I think it's Uncle Kunkel's 1 Gram Band. That's what I remember it as.
Yeah, 1 gram band might get you there too.
1 gram.
Gram, yeah, like 1 gram band.
1
Oh,
gram
wow.
will do it. A gram will do
Uncle
you.
Crunkle's 1 gram band rocks Brew River.
Cool, yeah.
Yes, they have been
Brew
at
River.
Brew. They have been at Brew, and they're cool.
Okay, cool.
Uncle Crunkle's 1 gram. I love
That's
that.
cool. They're college kids,
Yep.
and they're playing shows. That means they'll only grow and get better.
They're not drill rapping. They're not mumble rapping. They're in a band, and I
Oh my
like
God,
that.
I have been learning a lot about the Chicago drill scene, and it's fucking sad.
It's sad.
It is so depressing.
Kids have nothing to like
No, nothing to live for. They're just killing each other.
by choice, though. It's like
Yeah, and
a
they're-
lot of them aren't even selling drugs. Isn't that crazy?
No, yeah.
Isn't
and
that
they're
crazy?
really just saying the craziest shit to each other on Twitter, that they're making each other kill each other.
Yeah.
And they're looking, what I watched one, it was like, they called eyes at a party. And the next thing you know, there's shots are fired in the front yard. 4 are dead. And that started a thing over
It's
in the next
insane,
block.
man.
And you're like, holy shit, they just saw each other at a party. One of them looked at each other the wrong way. This guy killed 3 of his friends.
It's paintball to them. It's just like
It
we're
is-
playing a game 24/7. I'm always in the game.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. And like how funny is that though to say like the craziest thing is a lot of them aren't even selling drugs. And that's the bad part. It's like they're just killing each other for not even for drug territory
For
or anything.
Twitter clout and shit.
Yeah, yeah. Cuz like these old rappers, it used to at least be for drug territory.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Chief Keef can't go back to Chicago.
Yeah. Mhm.
He will get murdered in a heartbeat.
Crazy.
Just for someone who wants clout.
Exactly.
Yep.
Look at this. The Chicago drill scene is dead.
And a lot of
That guy's probably dead.
I'm probably dead
a
now.
lot of apartment buildings and stuff like that are like, bugged by the FBI right now because
They really
so much
gotta-
stuff's going on.
Yeah, they really got to nip that shit in the bud somehow. And it's going to just be, the only way to do it is going to just be mass incarceration of a ton of
And if
people.
you
And that's
think-
not going to help anybody.
And if you think it's not affecting the culture, you're dead wrong. I have, let's say, 4 clients a day, and all 4 of them are drill rapping like they want
Really?
to, like they want to shoot everybody, like they want to shoot everybody. And they're nice boys and stuff, but it's affecting the culture. Everyone's like, "Oh, rap! I'm gonna rap about shooting people because that's what you do."
And they're just going to
You know?
call out. Do you think they're going to legitimately call someone out on any of these tracks and maybe start a beef of some sort that'll lead to some sort of real repercussions? Or
I guess
death?
not. I've been doing it for a little bit, but like it could happen for sure. Yeah, it could happen.
That's scary.
Yeah,
It's
but yeah.
sad too. But
Can't
all the
think of
stories
any
are sad.
time that 2 rappers honestly shot at each other, but these rappers have been going to jail a lot locally,
Over what?
Um,
Drug offenses or violent crimes?
some violent crimes, but never 2 rappers at each other. I've never heard of that.
Probably them beating women, right?
Who knows?
There was a really big bust right by the tattoo shop over there on is it Booth Street or Delaware Avenue right there? What? If you turn right, like right after the shop, and there's those apartments, and there's that really shitty gas station. Whatever. There was they were basically just calling it an open air drug market right there,
Oh, yeah.
and they went and just arrested like 15 people over there 2 weeks ago. Or
Right here
last
in
week.
town?
Yeah, like right
Wow.
around the corner from the tattoo shop.
Wow.
By the gas station. I know what you're talking about now. That's like,
Not Exxon, but like
no, down the street by
if you're-
Johnson Seed and Feed.
no. If you turn right, pull up Google Maps. Where's my phone, dude? Is it Booth Street?
There's a lot of areas like that, but I know
And
what
there's
you
a
mean,
Chicken
though.
Man or something down there.
Chicken Man.
Not really the Chicken Man. It's one of those little gas stations. But whatever. But they basically, it's Booth Street. I don't know why I question myself. By the West Side Cash Market. They were selling everything out there.
But yeah, anyway, there's the 1 gram band. They're not getting involved in all that. They're just jamming there on their guitars and their drums.
But yeah, they're performing tonight. We could be there tripping, watching that. The thing is, getting back from Berlin after that. Sheesh.
I got a little SCOBY. I can't be drinking that.
I'm going to that beer festival November 12th.
November 12th?
Yeah, you should come.
And that's at Burley Oak?
Yeah.
Hey.
That'll be fun.
We should go to that as a pod and we should get some footage. You know, some footage we can upload into the next episode.
I'm going to try to bring some glass and pedal it to the heady boys.
You should let you open up shop.
We should get some reviews from people and tell them this is going on the podcast. Make sure you subscribe.
Dude, there's probably not enough room for me to set up shop there. You see have you been to Burley Oak?
It's small.
Have you seen all the breweries that are going to be there? Where are they going to put all this?
Out in the tiki yard.
Got to be outside. But it is November.
It is small.
Yeah.
Out in their parking lot.
Yep. It's going to be wrapped all around the whole building in the parking lot.
They better have a lot of eat.
They have a shuttle. They have a shuttle from the Ocean Downs Casino.
Better pray for good weather. It's getting cold. Especially with that ocean front.
Why is Mike being like this? Mike doesn't want to happen because he can't go.
Mike, you're not going to the Burley Oak Fest?
I could go for a couple hours, but then what's a couple hours?
Yeah.
Costs $35.
It is a lot.
But it's
you want
worth
to go
it.
all day. What's that, a Saturday?
I might, dude, there's a
And get hammered.
There's a $125 ticket where you get to go in the festival an hour early. You get a
Wow.
special cup, and you get to leave with this huge bottle of fruit beer.
For $125, you can be the drunkest one there from the very beginning. Like, wow. Who wants to be who wants to get an hour head start at a festival like that, honestly? That's a little awkward.
been waiting for you.
I wasn't feeling social at first, but now you mention it, I'm here to mingle.
There's an even more expensive ticket. I don't know what that gets you. Mm-hmm. But you get an exclusive cup.
That gets you a kiss on the cheek from every brewer.
You get special bathrooms or something with one of them.
Special bathrooms? Cocaine bathrooms?
And no line.
And a lot of line, and a line waiting for you.
This reminds me. There was a bathroom at Austin City Limits Music Festival every year. It was a gold toilet and a gold porta potty. So everything's like gold plated.
Yeah.
And you would have to sign up and like win a lottery to get access to it. And you got like 15 minutes or something.
Oh my God.
So like it got used like 10 times a day or whatever.
Wow.
So it got cleaned really good every time. So everyone, you could go in there and have
That's
like
awesome.
the nicest toilet.
Never got it, did you?
No.
Oh, that'd be
I
sick.
tried to every time.
Some celebrities have gold toilets too. I always saw that on Cribs Epic Show.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird flex.
Speaking of Austin City Limits Music Festival, did I tell you I was part of the reason they created Instagram stories? Have I told you this?
No, go on.
Have I told you this story?
You?
Sounds like bullshit, but
Me,
go on.
Jack Armstrong. There was no Instagram stories until I participated in this thing at Austin City Limits Music Festival where you had to you had to catalog everything you posted on social media throughout the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Like tweets, Instagram posts, Snapchat posts. See where I'm going here? And anything you posted.
Mm-hmm.
And then they paid me at the end of each day like $50 or something. So like I got free drinks every day.
What?
If I do this.
And you got to be posting on the social medias anyway.
When I was living in Austin, I was very frugal. I was doing all these surveys online, making money that way and shit, scraping by, baby.
That's nice.
Yeah. So I was doing this thing, and then they paid me $50 extra to do an in-person interview at the festival.
Nice.
Where I interviewed them, and they were asking me all these questions. And they're like, "What do you post on the most? What do you post on the most?" And I was like, "I mainly post into my Snapchat story because you really just can't be flooding your Instagram with a ton of posts. I have to post after post after post here of me at this music festival.
Yeah.
But I am just waving it around on these Snapchat things." Then I put my phone in this thing where he had a camera facing it, and he was swiping through all my shit, filming it, all the stuff I did. And then I was like, "Yeah, the stories on the Snapchat's like the main thing I'm posting now, man. Have a good one."
Oh, wow.
A couple months later, Instagram stories came out.
Hey.
And I was like,
got that good intel.
I was like, I told him.
Get my man a check.
I was like, I don't know. I'm sure everyone said the same thing, but
But that is so true. It's all about, you don't want to flood your Instagram. That's why the stories really did blow up. You're totally right. Like, yeah. You need it to disappear.
You know what I'm happy about that they just did? Because sometimes I like to I'm not going to lie, I like to take a nice bong rip on my Instagram story.
Hey.
But 15 seconds wasn't long enough. Now you can do a whole minute.
They finally did that.
A whole
They
minute.
finally did it. And
Does
then
everyone have that, or do you have to have a certain amount of followers like they do with some stuff?
Wait. Are you saying
No,
Instagram or Snap?
Instagram.
On Insta. Wow.
Yeah, Snap does 15 seconds still too, but
Yeah.
they let you at least link them.
Yeah, yeah.
Like a Snapchat is as long as a Snapchat needs to be.
Yeah, yeah.
It used to send in a couple different steps, but
Snapchat's so slow, no matter what. It's
Uh-huh.
really
Snap is so
slow.
stupid.
Yeah, I always wonder why I have it. I'm like, I don't sell drugs, not cheating on my wife.
Right.
Yeah, I really don't use it. I used to love it though. That was a huge platform.
Yeah, it's mostly for sketchy shit.
Yeah.
I got one. Had it for years.
Oh, I thought you were going to
Oh,
say,
yeah.
I got something to say. I got one, guys.
Well, hey, Mike, pull up something. I want to react to it.
Pull up?
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
think this might be recent, but maybe it's old. But I hear that they got like some new camera and they zoomed in on ants' faces, and now we know exactly what their faces look like. Have you all seen this?
I have, and it's not as exciting as you'd think.
It's
Because I
pretty- I
saw
thought it was pretty epic. I thought it was pretty epic.
Did you see the face?
Yeah.
I wish
It
I
looked
had
like
a
an
Scary
ant.
as
I need a
shit.
pen over here.
It looks like an ant's face.
I'll draw
Like,
you an ant's face.
I thought it looked really scary. So
here it
hopefully we'll see-
is. It's so crazy. It's an ant. No, I'm just kidding. It is. Whoa!
That's not what I saw, but
Looks like Grendel.
That is still pretty wild.
What's Grendel? Is that from...
Beowulf.
yeah. I never saw that movie with Angelina Jolie.
You see her golden ass. She's
Have
covered
you-
in gold.
Have you ever seen that, the video of the guy?
Hey, that's what I saw actually, and that is wild looking right
Let's
there.
get a zoom in
It's
on
your
it.
common everyday ant, buddy. Yeah, I don't know how to zoom.
Oh my god. Oh,
Look at the
man.
mouth.
He's got golden hair.
I don't like this.
Yeah, that is no good.
I'm uncomfortable.
That's wild.
It is wild. If he was large and coming at your house,
Coming at your house. Oh, wait. What's the giant ant movie?
ants.
Is that?
No, that's the
man.
small ant movie. Now this one takes the cake, brother man. Oh no, that one.
And I'm kind of looking at the antenna as the eyes. No, those are the eyes, huh? Yeah, there's the eyes. Oh, disgusting, man. Bugs are true.
Is this one of
aliens.
those things that's a composite of a bunch of pictures put together?
What'd you say?
Never mind.
Go ahead and say it
Nothing important.
again.
Some of them look kind of weird. I didn't know if it was like they zoomed in like crazy and put a bunch of pictures together.
It was
like
a-
they do for planets and stars and shit. But I mean, it's right there. So
I want to really get in on this zoom in. I want to really see the pores.
the pores.
Can I get in here?
Well, we've seen the horrors.
The horrors and the pores and all of the horror stories.
Anybody else have any topics for today?
No, I never come prepared. I just come.
Oh, I had
Ready.
one more topic too. Apparently, they just started construction in Saudi Arabia for the world's longest skyscraper. It's going to be 100
Longest?
miles long. So basically, a big wall, and it's going to house 9 million people in Saudi Arabia.
Stop.
Is the inside going to be like a greenhouse?
I don't know, but the outside is a pure mirror. They say it's going to be basically the world's largest mirror as well.
How many longs did you say it was? Because it's 120 kilometers.
100 miles is what this is saying. So I guess that adds up. That converts.
120 kilometers?
The side's going to be a mirror like that hotel in Vegas that was melting people's cups while they're at the pool. Did you ever see that?
Leave it to Kevin to exaggerate. God, man. 74 miles long.
Huh, this thing, well, you know.
How long did you say it was?
This thing is saying 100 miles.
Okay, you were not that far off. I thought you said something ridiculous. That's long of a building. That could, maybe if enough wind hits that, it's just all going to fall over. The whole thing.
See if you can pull up the projection of what it's going to look like, too. It really is something.
Saudi Arabia, long
Skyscraper.
projection. Fog machine's going again. Saudi Arabia, 800 billion euros. Skyscraper. There's the old night train.
Yeah, look at that.
Just like on the
Just
bank.
a big mirror all the way across Saudi Arabia.
That's stupid.
It'll obviously have roads going through it and shit.
It has to, right? That's wild.
How the fucking fuck? You
Saudi
gonna do
Arabia
that?
is a wild place, man.
Isn't there a building in somewhere in Asia where a train goes through it, an elevated train?
I bet. I've never heard of such a thing.
Look where I have heard of that. Yeah, I have. Now let's try that one.
DJ Snake says if he could move anywhere in the world, it'd be Saudi Arabia. He loves it.
I bet
You
he
can have weed or
does.
alcohol there, can't you?
Yeah, they're strict, right?
Cut your hand off. Or
I mean, that's like an understatement.
In Dubai, you die if you have weed or something. But you can go skyscraper off buildings and like do crazy shit and have a pet cheetah.
Oh, do you see the video of just recently?
Yeah, like
some big financial guy from Pakistan came to America, and he's in the airport and he's getting protested, and his goons get so fucking pissed off, and they just like start shouting at the protesters, and it's really funny. They start saying,
goons.
"I will fuck you right here. I will fuck you right here." That's
Like
what
Mike
they're
Tyson?
saying.
I can't type that.
But you can tell like that's the only insult they know is "I will fuck you right here."
Is he a Saudi Arabian prince?
It's probably gonna be hard to find if you're looking for it, honestly. I found it on TikTok.
We got it. I'll fuck you right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! This says Soros goons,
But you can tell,
disrupting airports,
and you can also tell the protesters are used to Americans who like try to just get away from them, and like their goons like got right up in their face and was like, "Well, fuck you right here. You do not know me."
What made you want to say the word goons again?
Because you know that's basically the best descripting word for like henchmen.
Did we say something last week where that was like the worst word ever? Oh, no, goof.
No. It was. You want me to say it again?
Yeah.
Spaz. It was spaz.
a goon is a stupid,
Beyonce.
foolish, or eccentric person. And also, the quote on the internet says, "I don't want to deal with Jack today. He's such a goon."
Is that really?
Zoom it in, baby. Look at that. I don't want to deal with Jack today. He's such a goon, it says.
Get off the screen.
That's why he's sensitive
A
about
violent,
the word.
aggressive
He
person-
knew he was in the definition.
Oh my God. The
man.
second definition is a violent, aggressive person who is hired to intimidate or harm people. God, spot on.
Oh, you did nail it. So I'm that kind of goon.
Goon squad.
Man, I had a EDM project called Hired Goons back in the day.
Dude,
with
I
this
keep
other
having
DJ.
I keep having things that I want to say and then forgetting them in like a minute
It's
and a
so
half.
tough.
I had
right?
some-
I need a pen and a paper over here.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding, dude. I need a notepad.
You
And it's
should
good
have
stuff.
one.
And it's good stuff too.
Should have one.
Because if I try to pull up on my phone, I forget, and I look like I'm on my phone.
Now he's looking at balloons. Look at this guy. He's
Why
a
don't you go
loon.
take a piece of pizza and have a thing?
I don't want a piece of pizza.
All right.
I don't need a piece of pizza.
I've been sneaking slices. If
I
anyone,
want physical copies of old comedies because I have a feeling they're going to take them all off of streaming surfaces.
Hey, that's not a bad thought.
Soon.
I want someone to comment.
I mean, if things trend the way they will and are,
Yeah, I was looking. I had
it
have a
kind of
copy.
has to, right?
I have a copy of Team America. You know, I'm like, this is a good thing to have, man. They probably don't have this on streaming services because people are scared to put
God,
some of the
that's a
crazy
funny
shit
movie.
in here. Because it's got like the crazy doll sex scene. I guarantee you that's not on any.
Everyone
on
has AIDS. AIDS, AIDS, AIDS.
brother, your sister, even
God.
your dog.
That is a funny fucking movie.
That's a movie I gotta watch twice because I can't hear half of it because I'm laughing my ass off.
And even just like Durka Durka, that's
The Signal.
offensive.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. I was looking at it. I was like, there's no way this is on HBO Max right now or something.
you know what I was thinking the other day?
What?
Nothing good is not offensive.
Well, that's what they say about comedy.
Well, comedy
That's- I
has
mean-
to be offensive, yeah.
That's the shit that works. If it's only good comedy if someone's mad. Someone's mad.
Someone has to be
Then
mad.
the joke's good.
yeah, like the Goon thing, I was really mad. That was funny. That was straight up the thing, like, pull up a picture of you and the Goon in the dictionary and your picture next to her.
Yeah,
Pull it up
yeah.
and-
Yeah.
Shit, man.
Yeah, that is.
That's rough.
I mean,
Why would they use my name, man? Dude, I'm constantly dealing with this shit. I'm so offended all the time.
I remember my brother had a joke he wrote, and because he had some dreams of stand up for a little bit, and it was, man, I'm really literal. I'm so literal that if you looked up literal in the dictionary, you would see it spelled phonetically, followed by the definition.
oh my God.
What do you
Wow.
think?
That's
Not,
pretty-
That's like a
it's
nerd
something.
joke.
It's something.
It's like a nerd
But I was
joke.
saying I'm so offended because there's like Jack in the Box, Jack in the Beanstalk,
There's a
Jack
lot.
off.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it, man. It's Halloween, man. Jack-o'-lanterns are everywhere.
You know, I would honestly really, really highly consider naming my son Jack. I like the name. Classic American name, Jack.
That means a lot, man.
Hey, man,
And
I'm
I
being
like it.
serious. That's real. That's real talk.
I'm naming my son Otto.
Hey, Rocket Power, baby. I know why.
It's my middle name,
He
but
loves Rocket
whatever.
Power.
It's also this guy that you might know.
Yeah.
Otto Hightower.
Who's that?
He's in the new Game of Thrones, but people don't like him.
Ooh,
Is he a character?
My girlfriend's
in it?
watching that right now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, he's the Hand of the King, in
Is that the actor's name or the character?
character.
Oh, cool.
He pretty much, since it's the prequel, is one of the precursor house. He becomes a certain house from Game of Thrones. They end up becoming a certain
Baratheons.
Are you
I don't
both?
even-
Are you both watching that new Game of Thrones?
No.
Yeah, my girlfriend's watching it.
season finale Sunday night. Big whoopee.
Did you ever watch Game of Thrones?
I watched the last season and a YouTube compilation.
I've never seen it.
I watched most of it.
That's the best way to watch that shit.
Oh man, a series though that
Oh yeah.
a series that blew
Thanks,
my
Mike.
mind. Thank you so much. Everyone's talking about it, and I feel like if I can watch something, it truly is good. Because man, I struggle watching shit.
Tell me
The
about it.
Watcher is as good as people say it is.
Dude,
on Netflix.
I'm a super fucking girl over here, so I'm a true crime nerd. I know all about that story, and
Nice.
they just get a bunch of letters.
I mean, they do a lot more with it.
They just get a bunch of letters, dude.
I mean, in the true story.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they're like, we can't
yeah.
sell the house because we're getting these letters, dude. Whoever's doing that is
Yeah.
you're the best troll ever, bro. You're
I
killing.
know,
it.
no, they're creepy letters, and of course this what do you call it series just takes it above and beyond, and I couldn't stop watching it.
Someone better
It's
get
great.
fucking axe murdered if they're really going to take.
Oh,
it.
there's murder, but I don't want to give anything away. It's really good. I
Give it
couldn't
away.
stop watching.
We give shit away here all the time.
Yeah, that's right. We do
I
spoil
don't give
shit.
a fuck. Tell me.
And the only thing I'll say is the ending's not as good as you want it to
I
be.
know.
But it's
What
really
is the
good.
show?
The Watcher, man. It's
Okay.
as good as people are
like
saying.
this-
I couldn't stop watching The Watcher.
Did they tear the house down? Did they tear the house down?
They do not do that.
I think in real life they might have torn the house down. I could. be
Wow,
wrong.
because they just couldn't sell it.
Yeah, don't look it up. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
But Mike, have you seen it? Have you seen this new series?
You know what? I started this at the shop, and I just was like, "Oh wow, he's moved into a place, and everyone hates him." I only watched it half.
The real story.
I half-ass watched it.
Snooze fest.
I'll tell you what was really good was The Outsider,
Give me some shit about somebody killing their fucking family, bro.
Yeah,
the Stephen King rendition, The Outsider on HBO. Really,
Which
really,
one is that?
Yeah, I don't know that one.
really good, dude. 10-episode series. You will like it.
What's it about? And just like some dude.
It's classic Stephen King, small town in the same
Maine.
place. Same place.
Stephen King, nice.
Played by what's his face from Ozark and the Blue Banana Stand that I always ask what his
He's
name is.
in this too.
He plays the dude who gets pretty much like I'm not going to spoil anything because I really believe that this is really good and everyone will like it if you're into
Okay.
it.
You know, Stephen King has been accredited to over 100 movies because of all the books.
That's easy to believe.
Yeah, I mean the books might be 1,000.
They made half of those movies more than once.
Yep.
They made Firestarter twice. They
Yeah.
made Carrie twice. They made
Yeah,
It twice.
they just did Firestarter, didn't they?
That movie does not need to exist.
what?
Yeah.
Firestarter.
The first one is fine.
I am firepower.
I thought about watching the new one recently.
It's so
but I
old.
didn't.
It's fine.
Check out Bateman.
Patrick.
Oh, but wait, I watched this. I watched this.
First episode
Is this a movie
grips
or a
you.
series?
Series.
Wait, yeah, I watched this actually. That's crazy.
It really is good. But
Yeah, if it's Stephen King, I'll absolutely watch it. But that guy is iffy to me.
and one thing I'll say
he's
about
not
it,
the main character. This guy.
when
who
you see
he's
that
good.
picture of Jason Bateman, you kind of figure he's in it, a lot of it. He's really not in that much of it, and I
No.
wish there was more Bateman.
Have you ever seen that Mount Everest movie? It has Jake Gyllenhaal in it for like 5 minutes. You're like, God damn it, I got fucking.
I got gypped.
Because Jake Gyllenhaal is my favorite actor.
Yeah, what's the classic movie where they hired someone and then they die in the very beginning?
Scream. Drew Barrymore.
Scream. Yes, thank you. That was pretty brilliant.
But they didn't have her on the cover.
Yeah, she is.
She
She's
is.
absolutely on the cover.
She's doing this.
I thought she was on the phone on the cover.
I thought
I don't
Nev
know.
Campbell
I don't
was
know.
at the front and all the other people.
Pull up Scream movie poster.
Before I forget, though,
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I
We're
already
all over the
forgot.
place.
I think maybe
Jake
it was
Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Nightcrawler really good.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler's pretty good.
So good.
Jake
He's
Gyllenhaal is a
crazy
good
good.
actor, isn't he?
Speaking of Nightcrawler, there's the guy from Nightcrawler, the Indian guy. He's in that thing about. Is it called About Last Night? It's an HBO
Yeah.
5-episode thing.
The night of or
The
something.
night of. Yeah.
He goes
It's,
to the
it's a
party.
half. It's like a half like a true crime thing, half courtroom drama, which I guess is the same shit. But it's good. It has
I
the
think I've heard of it.
old
yeah.
Jewish guy in it who's in comedies, but he's also in this as a lawyer. Good.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Movie where they put in someone and they kill him, and he's in the preview. Bryan Cranston got one of the new Godzillas that came out in the past 5 years. One of the new Godzillas.
Yeah, he was in that, wasn't he?
He was like, no, did he live? His wife died. No, they killed him off.
I never saw
They
those.
killed Bryan Cranston off.
Is that the one with the, what's his name? Is it Charlie Day? Is that
No,
his name?
that's Pacific Rims.
He's so good in those.
He's all tattooed up.
It's awesome.
Charlie Day is great.
Scream cover and then Charlie Day in that.
Oh
my God, Jesus Christ.
is that what he's in? No, pull up the Scream movie poster.
You're right. She's right there. Front and center.
That's Drew Barrymore?
And then look who they show, like, in
that one.
perfect fashion. They show them. I mean, everyone's seen this movie. The main killer is right fucking there, along with her. And then these two, and not anyone else. What?
I can't recommend the new one enough. Have you seen the new one? The new one that just came out this year?
Nah.
No, but can you spoil it for me since we do that on
Yeah,
here?
spoil it.
Did they kill? I know they killed one of the three. Did they kill
spoiling
the
Scream.
reporter? Did they kill Dewey, or did they kill the main character Neff?
They kill the cop. Yeah.
I knew he was going.
But the movie is so good. I'm not going to let anything else. That's not even that big of a spoiler. That's fine. You know, people die.
He already
but the way
almost died,
I'm not going to tell you who the killer is because it's really good. And the way the movie is so self-aware is amazing. They make fun of every movie that's not Scream 1. They make fun of Scream 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They make fun of all those. And then they straight up watch Scream 1 in the movie.
What?
Because you know
Nev Campbell watches.
They call him Stab. You remember how
Yeah, you're right.
They're watching Stab 1 in this. So they're watching Scream 1. It's awesome.
Just go ahead and spoil the rest. Was Nev Campbell the killer?
No. That would have been dumb.
Okay, don't spoil it. But that was my guess, and you had to tell me if I was right.
No, the killer is perfectly executed. I'll say that. And
It's her mom. She comes back.
that would be fucking
Yeah.
hilarious.
Nev Campbell's mom.
She's been dead since before the first one.
Yeah,
Because she was a cheating whore.
she's cheating whore.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of really good
didn't mean that.
sequels, especially that late in the movies.
No, but they had fucked up so many times. They really had to dial it in on this one.
Is this the real cover? Look at those eyes. Whose eyes are those? They're
What
way
the
big.
fuck? Yeah, that
That's
can't be
Scream 3,
real.
dude.
That
Schnolny
looked like a gag. Yeah, that looks like a gag.
That's Scream 3, right?
Yeah, you're right.
The new one is called a Scream. It's just called Scream, which is a pain in the ass. So
Who are all these guys? The
Google
new guys?
Scream 2022 or 2021. Yeah, 2021 probably because it probably came out last Halloween, right?
Yeah.
And it's on HBO now.
And I saw some Halloween
What
store
the fuck?
was selling the Scream mask, but like it was from Scary Movie 1 where it has the joint coming out.
Hell yeah!
Like,
I've done something. I can't type. This computer's number lock. What is it?
You can't type.
hey, number lock.
We got a classic case of the untypies.
Oh yeah, I remember The Outsider, man. I totally forgot I saw that.
What am I typing?
You're typing Scream 2021 just to pull up the cover and see what they did.
Ooh, yeah, it's a good cover. That's a good, nice cover.
Ooh, yeah, it is. Damn, that's a solid cover.
Yeah.
And I can't recommend this enough. It's great.
What house is that? The main house or a new
Yes,
house?
they go back to the original house.
I want to know so badly who the killer is. I might just read about it on here.
You should just watch it. It's good.
It's Cotton Weary, who they tried to blame in the first one.
That's a good guess.
Cotton
But,
Weary.
where's Kev's cup?
Oh, over here.
I rinsed it. But tell me this: Cotton has a role in this new one.
I don't know, man. Pass me that. I'm not ruining this one. I'll do it. This one's too good.
Cotton.
This one speaks to my soul. I remember my cousin showing me this movie. I was like, I'm about to have to go home for the night. You know, we had dinner at my cousin's house. It's like 8 p.m. About to go home. My parents are downstairs, probably smoking weed now that I know about my parents. And I'm upstairs with my cousin. He's like, well, check out this new movie that just came out. And he shows me the beginning with Drew Barrymore getting slaughtered.
That
And
her parents are pulling up. She almost gets away.
Yes, and she's like trying to scream for them, and I'm like riding in the back seat home, and because we were in Laurel and I was riding back to Salisbury, and I was like,
In a van with a movie player.
no, like after watching that, like all I saw was the beginning with Drew Barrymore just getting slaughtered, and I just had to go home and just lay in bed all night.
Oh my God.
Not go to sleep because I used to get the worst nightmares, dude. We just poured a dank RER. We've done it on here before. The old wrapper up.
We have had that on here before.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
So our second RAR of the day. Shout out to RAR.
Hey, shout out to Michael Rappaport. I just happened to look up one of my favorite scary movies from when I was a kid, Deep Blue Sea. Michael Rappaport is in that shit, and he gets eaten.
I forgot he was in there, yeah.
I was having a sleepover with my buddy, and we were going to watch this. And my mom had to call his mom and be like, is it okay if he watches this movie? It's R-rated. You're not nice.
Yeah.
It's pretty brutal.
That's the last thing you want to do is show some kid shit and go home to his mom and be like, yeah, we watched this. And mom be like, what?
Yeah.
And then have to hear that shit from some other kid's mom.
That movie has one of the greatest scenes in cinematic history, and it's when Sam Jackson gets eaten during his epic speech. That is one of the greatest scenes of all time.
He says, we can outsmart these things.
And then and then the biggest jump scare, the shark just comes right out of the tank and just eats him. And it's like, wow, I guess the motivational speech is going nowhere. You all remember that, right?
Yes. LL Cool J has a good speech in that too, right?
Well, he's all religious and shit. He stabs the shark in the eye with his little cross, and he ends up not dying.
Well, this tastes like Trix yogurt to me, y'all.
Damn, yeah, it's good.
Gogurt.
It's tasty. It's a tasty beverage.
That's just... It is a tasty burger. That guy motherfucker said that right
Can
there.
I have some of your beverage to wash this down?
Look at his glasses selection.
Damn, what's going on with
He
the
looks like
glasses?
RuPaul right there.
Looks like some glasses Groot would wear. God damn. Right, Groot?
I am Groot.
We just saw that Vin Diesel, who plays Groot, really likes the Street Sharks.
Oh, can we?
Oh my God, that was great. Thank you for sending us that. That was amazing.
I knew you would like that.
He is such a character. And I love Street Sharks.
I know you do.
I got to get the Street Sharks back in the studio.
This is just some weird video. We're not going to get in trouble for playing that.
I think it's old enough that no one's going to give a shit. Yeah,
Vin Diesel
or-
plays with Street Sharks at Toy Fair.
1994?
I was 4 years old, probably doing the same thing with the same amount of enthusiasm. Like literally.
Kevin's got the best collection known to man of Street Sharks. Still,
If I had them all these.
a Fast and Furious.
Wow, and he's got a Ninja Turtle troll doll. I had the Ninja Turtle troll dolls. Did you?
I don't know.
Yep, he had a nice spring-loaded arm that could hammer.
Then we've got Sledge, the hammerhead.
Yes, and that would
Sledge,
come
the
out.
hammerhead loves to floor the competition with the flying headbutt.
Yeah.
Oh!
The leader of the street.
And he was the leader. Yes, he
He's a
was.
great warrior.
I had these on VHS. Used to pop them in the old VHS player every day.
His special power is the right hand roundhouse punch.
Roundhouse
Sends the
punch.
competition to
That's a
watery
hook,
grave.
bro. How many action movies you got to be in before you know what a hook is called? You know what I mean?
Close and personal. I've got something here with such thin
Man, look at Vin. He is
He's
he is
young.
really looking ripped. Those arms are really ripped.
My God.
Good church. Rocky Balboa action.
Rocky Balboa.
Wow. Is Vin Diesel gay? I'm just
Aye.
curious.
He's bi. I remember that came out like after a couple of Fast and Furiouses.
He's bi like all of us.
I had to say something the other day to somebody. I think
But
that-
they're making fun of you, and you're like, hey, I'm bi. You can't say that
Like
shit.
Vin Diesel. You can't
No.
say that.
I was just thinking that maybe everyone is, and that's what homophobia is. You're just not admitting
Wow.
that you're bi. Because girls will admit it any day that they'll suck some pussy. Off
Whoa!
their- What? On
I will not. I mean, wait. I will.
most girls will suck their friend's pussy in the right circumstance.
Jesus, how many fruit beers have you had?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Am I saying?
Hey,
Am I making generalizations?
Mike also wants to be in a polygamous relationship, so you know that's just the way he rolls.
What?
He said that?
Yeah, he said that yesterday, I think.
Where were you?
I didn't say that.
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
I didn't say that.
Mike's out there. He's a swinger too. He's also a swinger.
Yeah, I saw that. He has an upside down pineapple tattoo.
And sometimes he goes to the old massage.
He looked at
parlor.
his arm to see if he had one.
I'm not a swinger. I did go to the massage parlor one time.
And nothing happened. It's because you forgot to drop a 50, you pussy.
Our real fans know what we're talking about right now. That's all we'll say.
Massage parlor confession.
I would have had better luck just dropping the 50 and not trying to grab leg.
You should have grabbed the leg with a 50 in your hand.
We done the research for you, okay, young man? Just drop the 50 when you're in the massage parlor. It'll do a lot better for you, okay?
Worst case, she picks it up and goes on her merry way.
Yeah. That's what I would do if I was her. That'd be fucking baller, dude.
She'd probably give it back to you. No,
You think so?
maybe.
Hey, young men do crazy things when they're in love, all right?
Young man, you are in
Now that's a banger.
said, young man.
Did you see that all the snow crabs are missing?
What?
Yeah, the snow crab season's off. Completely gone.
And those are the humongous Alaskan crabs, right?
Where did you hear about this?
internet. Shut down a major fishing industry this year. Like, they're gone.
What do you
I'll tell you
mean?
why they're gone. Global warming.
That's the debate.
Where the,
I think the Chinese are getting out there a few hours early.
yeah, it could be. Early bird gets the worm, gets the crab. But
They got
those-
submarines. They're submarines are
saying, dude.
undetectable. Submarines are undetectable.
And those are the crabs that are in every single seafood buffet, right? Those are the Alaskan king crab legs that
I
are
guess.
so big and everything.
Think about if they're just sending submarines up channels in the ocean and taking what
We're taking them.
Because the entire world is, eating these
Well,
things.
dude, you know what drives me crazy?
What the
Is
fuck?
you can go to like the Red Roost here, around here, get all you can eat blue crabs, and they have snow crab legs there.
Yeah, yeah.
Who the fuck goes to the Eastern Shore?
Exactly, right? I've always thought that
The
too.
best fucking crabs in the world.
And tries to
and
sell that
eats
bullshit.
snow
And then you get
crab
the
legs.
Alaskan crab.
That's some
That's
fucking
absolutely insane.
yeah. That's some Asian buffet, not real crab, lives in the cold water bullshit.
But it is amazing. Those are some long legs on those crabs.
Doesn't taste
Yeah,
right.
They suck.
And if you ever seen them like alive and under the water, they're intimidating.
When I get blue crabs and then I get all you can eat crabs like at a place like that, I don't eat the claws.
No, I like the claw meat. I
skip
really
on
do.
it. I'll throw you mine. Let's go.
Hey, I like the claw
I
meat.
eat the middle and then throw the claws away.
That's the dark meat. Yeah. You like the claw meat, Mike? Yeah, claw meat.
One
guy?
time when I lived in Texas, we went to a crab place just to try it out.
How was it? I mean, they got that's
Pretty
right,
good.
right on the Gulf, right? They got to have some nice crabs, right?
These were Dungeness crabs from the Pacific Ocean.
They're a little oily, but you rub that
We
off.
got the Pacific Ocean crabs called Dungeness crabs.
Oh, those.
And you get like 3 crabs or maybe 2 crabs even. And they were served on a spiciness level. And one of the spiciness levels, guess what it was called? You get one guess.
All right,
Flamin' ass.
spiciness level.
Come on, it's easier than you think of. Think. Easy.
Crab.
It was Old Bay.
What? No way.
Yeah, so I got Old Bay.
That's not hot.
Is that spicy at all?
No.
It was really low on
Would
the
be my
spicy.
first
It was
question.
really low on the spices level. It was like it was like seasoned salt. Old Bay.
All right, we're talking about crabs. Have you ever had crabs?
Yeah,
Pube crabs?
Pube crabs?
No, have you?
Nope.
never have.
Mike has.
I did not. I
definitely
promise. I would have told you.
Dude, I remember being
I
in
would
health
tell you
class
on here.
in health class in high school, being like, "Oh my god, I'm going to get every STD ever."
Yeah,
They
right.
made it so scary. Dude.
Same here. I was like, I already must have 3.
And
I was like, I probably got chlamydia from jerking it the other day.
Yeah, dude.
That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
in SU orientation, I know I said it before, but they literally said to all the freshmen, "This is the worst STD campus in America. This is number 1.
They
We
did.
are not bullshitting." And we're like, "What the fuck? This is number 1 worst STD."
I remember
Were
being
they
at
joking?
orientation day and meeting
they
so
weren't.
many chicks and being scared of them.
Yep. They literally did the thing like, look to your left, look to your right. All 3 of you have an STD. You know what I mean? Like they did that whole thing.
Holy shit, dude. I remember getting
Your mama's got AIDS.
since I had lived in Salisbury
AIDS.
and I went to Warwick for a few years before I went to SU. I had been going to parties and stuff around town for a long time. So when I was going through orientation, I was like a transfer orientation student. So I was like getting my ID made, and I like knew the people like taking my picture and stuff. Like, hey, I know you from over there on Isabella Street or whatever. The party's over there, and I'm like, oh yeah. And dude, it was awesome.
That was sick.
What was the biggest party you ever went to?
This one time at Cynthia's place, I think I've told the story on here with the cop
You're-
falling down.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
the cop.
When the
bomb.
cops arrived, these dudes literally opened the windows on the second floor and started launching off fireworks.
That's
dude.
great.
I couldn't believe it, and I was like, everyone just like walked away.
That's
from that
epic
party.
levels of mischief right there.
That's like X. Jesus Christ. Party X? X Project? Project X.
Oh yeah.
A lot of times we'd go over there to Cynthia's place, and there'd be a couple low key gigs going on. You'd go over to this one, it'd be the girls' place, it'd be
Oh my
some beer
God.
pong, or you go over here, it'd be like loud, a bunch of dudes smoking weed in the living room.
That just reminded me.
Fun times.
This band who is like, talk about jam band, huge in the jam band scene. They had their humble beginnings at Cynthia's place. SU boys through
Pitchers
and
playing
through.
ping pong did?
Straight up.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What are you
Huh?
saying?
Humble Salisbury roots. This band.
No way.
I'm not lying. It's true.
I know Austin Litz opened up for him, a good friend of mine who
I saw
went
them
to-
and I saw Litz's band in Austin one time.
And I mean, those guys are honest to God world class musicians.
Dude, there was no one
They
there.
live and
they were going
breathe
ham.
music.
They live across the bridge in Maryland town.
I love
Origin,
that term.
Baltimore, Maryland.
That's
They
great.
came to Salisbury and played a Cynthia's Place party where kids were on roofs and shit. It was
That's
like,
great.
Maybe I was there.
You might have been.
Man, I remember the biggest college party I went to. I think you guys might have been there. It was a PJ party. He had some of the biggest parties I remember. Remember PJ's parties? You lived there. Fuck. You literally lived there.
Yeah.
And you remember the one where the cops came in? We had to hide in
Everyone
different
called that
rooms and
PJ's
stuff?
house. Me and PJ both played rent to the same
Well, it was
woman.
PJ's
his
mom's house or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
it was, but we both paid her rent.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like they lived there. They paid rent.
But have we talked about this where the cops came in and we all hid in different rooms? It was like a house party full of like 60 people,
Yep.
and we all hid from the cops. I remember
It
seeing
was
the
successful.
flashlight.
Who
Yeah,
opened the
yeah.
Who opened the door?
I think he must have just walked in because who could have opened the door? We
I
were
don't
all
think
hiding.
they ever
I
came
think
in.
we might have gave Matt Belichico the door.
Oh yeah, and he looked at the oregano bag, right? And
Yeah.
that literally is right out of like a National Lampoon's movie. Like he literally found a humongous
That house was so
Ziploc bag of
disgusting. They're
oregano.
probably like, let's just get out of here.
yeah, yeah. I gotta
It
go
wasn't
back
even any weed. It was just oregano. I remember playing band practice in the church social hall, and we would go to the church kitchen after, which was right linked up to it while we were waiting for our moms. And we would play with the kitchen stuff. And I remember my buddy would always bag up some oregano and take it with him.
What church?
Al Memorial Baptist Church.
Where is that one?
Now it's off of
That's the one I had to clean.
It's off Snow Hill Road now, but it used to be just by that lawyer office house downtown.
Yeah, I had to clean that one time for a school like field trip. I think I told this on the podcast, an old one, like one of the first ones.
There was the church building, and then there was a social hall building. The social hall building was an old building.
My friend had his birthday party in there.
It was like granite stone building, and I remember
there.
this building had to have been haunted of some sorts because we would be the only kids in there, and we would hear stuff. But that's just an old building moving. But it's just a vibe you got. It was the same. So you go up to the first floor. It was a first floor. You go up to the second floor. Complete mirrored, like a school. Like it was.
I know.
You know,
I cleaned it.
Stairwells up on each side, and then the third floor was a mirrored. And dude, you could go in any given room and go into a closet, and like there'd be supplies and like stuff. I remember just like having so much spare time to myself in there, just exploring it.
Exploring empty churches
And then
as a
hearing
child is so fucking crazy.
Why were we allowed to be in churches? Because it's just like a place. Like
Your
leave
mom
the
was
kids
there. Your mom was there doing something
Doing
for
some-
like we're cooking these for the church. We're
You're
cooking
right.
pies for the thing.
You're like go. They're like go play. Literally go up and play tag up in these 3-story corridors at night sometimes, and there wouldn't be any lights, and you're like, ooh, all you got's the city light coming in. Church creep.
There's the kitchens. Having access to the kitchen sometimes was fucking wild too, because it was like being in like a kind of like a restaurant kitchen that was not anywhere near as heavily used as a restaurant kitchen. So all the stuff was kind of nice. Like
There was
my Boy
always
Scout was
stuff,
in the church
though.
there too. Yeah,
We started sharing the social hall with the Korean church that has the old location is theirs now. They still are there, but they used to cook there. They used to cook food, and thinking back on the smell used to kind of throw me off as a kid. But now it was some dank shit. They were cooking like some garlicky shit, cooking up some garlic.
that reminds me. Have you know how you have to brew soy sauce for a long time? It takes like a long time to brew it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
One time I walked in that crazy old gas station on that 4-way stop on Elder Mill Road by Mike's house. Not a
Be
gas
doing the
station.
Same shit in there.
And it just smelled horrid. And I was like, "Wow!" And she saw my face, and she's like, "Soy sauce, soy
Oh my
sauce." And I bought an expired Gatorade and left.
Soy sauce.
Which convenience store you said?
The corner of Naylor Mill Road and Lake Street, and
And they had
whatever
soy
Conley
sauce
Millers.
brewing in there.
Yeah,
That's hardcore.
It's
I
like-
live sort of near there, and
you live very near there.
I will say that I used to work at a place called Farmers and Planters, and there was Mr. Ken would come. He was like an Asian man farmer, and I'll never forget, he drove a Honda CRV, and he was very thrifty. And he would come and get like leftover shit. My boss, Steve, would always have stuff left over for him. Anyway, the other day, I'm driving by that corner store, and we all know there's always a nice Asian lady that has worked and lived there and gardened out back. They fucking live there.
yeah.
Mr. Ken, sure
They
enough.
live there.
It has to be.
There is a
have to be
garden out
together.
back. That is weird.
It has to be linked. Maybe they live there and own some of that farmland for all we know.
That place is crazy.
I've never, honestly, never. Okay, never is not true, but
I've never been in it.
I only
You've
went
been
in like
there?
one time. I remember like we would go. They would used to carry like Marlboro Reds and Newports.
That's a hardcore. That's probably the most hardcore corner store in Salisbury. What do you think? If you're going in there, you feel comfortable in that area. That's for
That
sure.
area isn't like bad though. It's
I know,
like,
but you know what I mean? Like, you really got to feel comfortable to go into that corner store. It is kind of rough looking, right?
I mean,
It is rough.
You know, if you go in there, you either are an idiot or you know that something in there you'll be able to get. Like,
And
oh,
if
I
you-
just need a Aquafina water bottle or a Coke. Like, she
Yeah.
literally can only carry like 10.
And I bet
different
it's
things.
really friendly in there. I bet it's awesome in there. But like, if you're from Salisbury, we're talking about that epic corner store, but that 4-way stop behind the mall and near those softball fields. It's a little rough.
I'm gonna map it.
But I've noticed that corner store like for my entire life. Never been in it.
All right, peep this. So you go down this road, going down this road. So we're here.
Second. What are you looking at?
We're talking about that corner store still.
What is up with that place?
I'm thinking it's the most intimidating corner store in Salisbury. What do you think?
I mean, I would say that the check cashing place that has the open air drug market in front of it might be a little scarier.
yeah. It's up there though. It's top 5. It's top 5.
All right, we're about to look at it.
It's not like the area is that bad. Just something about the store. It's like I ain't going in there.
It's
man.
not even a store.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah, this place
It's
here.
the shack of all shacks.
Man, look at Google Maps Earth. That is so good.
They got a garage and everything. You know they be living in there.
Nothing sketchy going down.
So bizarre.
It is bizarre. And it's so just decrepit. That corner could be so much better. Royal Farms probably eyeballing that corner like,
Dude, that would be so sick. If
I
there's
would
something
be in
nice there.
love. I would be like, oh my God, chicken statue.
That'd be
We
amazing.
could walk there.
We could walk there.
You'd never walk there, though.
I would walk there.
You're scared of walking, Mike.
I ain't scared of walking. Why are you saying that? I'm not scared of walking.
You can't walk with your knee.
I remember walking to the Family Dollar over at Ben and were you living at that one? No,
No.
Mike and Ben's house.
Oh yeah, every day that was the
Yeah.
trip. And that shit was so cheap.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
can we
never-
talk about the one time we knew our friend had brought the tail?
Oh, wow, that was wild.
Should we bring this up?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, I was just, I'll admit, I was too scared to do anything. So I just was like, I'm staying inside. But Mike, for some reason, you got another wild hair.
I was.
You took point.
Yeah, I took my shit and threw it over the fence.
No, but you took point. Who left in
Oh,
the
yeah,
car? Let them get.
Yep.
We were like, whoever leaves in the car is getting pulled over and searched and
So that
handcuffed and shit.
I did.
You
I
took
was in
point.
that car. That's right.
I was
that's
like, well,
right.
let's just leave with nothing on me. What the fuck are they gonna do? And exactly happened.
Hey, that must have been
what you
the
did.
move.
And
And I knew that was what was going to move, but I don't want to deal with an authority figure.
The best part was you actually had knowledge of who was doing what. I
Yeah,
truly
'cause
didn't.
It was.
I was like,
I don't want to say any names. but-
no, yeah, I was like, this is news to me that they were even involved. I'm like, I'm shocked. I'm like, let's throw them off because I had literally have no even information that I could possibly give them.
Yeah.
Even if they did ask, I was just like, I'm just hanging out at my buddy's house. I'm just leaving my buddy's house.
It was seriously a case of the police thinking a friend of ours was way deeper into some shit than he really was.
Yeah.
And that's what they always think.
Yeah.
They always think that.
And that
That
wasn't
you
the
are in deeper than you are. Trey,
Yeah.
take it from me.
and that wasn't the only like run-in with them too. Possibly even more epic was that time that we were all in some sort of SUV,
He wasn't there.
and
Yeah.
then the cop decides to go up and knock on the door of the house, and we're all literally hotboxing in the SUV parked out front.
Oh.
That was crazy.
That was at the same location.
Yeah.
And it was like us in my Jeep, and they walked past the car.
That is just a coincidence. That's timing. That is just the Lord looking out. I don't know what it was.
we
But
were in the Jeep, and we were just like,
We were only in there for like 15 minutes.
this
And that-
guy's walking up to the front door, and we're just like,
Yeah, all trying to be quiet.
still, everyone.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
Yeah.
some of the best experiences, like being at a place where there was like 15 fucking people hanging out and you wanted to smoke with like 3 other people and you're like, meet me in my car.
Yeah.
I still
yeah.
love doing
Go
that.
sitting out in the car and just blazing with the bros.
At my sister's wedding, I ended up doing that with a couple people I knew, and the next thing I know, every time I come back in, someone else would be like, "Hey man,
I was recently at a wedding where the same thing was going down.
Like
and
5 random
I felt
people.
bad for not being the guy. I was like, why didn't I bring all my shit?
I was the
I could have
guy."
been taking care of all these people. They were like, oh, who's got weed? And they were all trying to smoke a pen. I was
I
like, I
ended-
should have brought the car bong. I could have been getting all these people high.
I ended up with a
Well,
couple
man.
clowns in my car. I ended up with this
Yeah,
one
that's
dude.
what would happen.
He had like a pair of Oakleys on behind his head
Yeah.
like this,
Yeah, that-
and I was like, Are you gonna be
Is
okay?
that the
if you
sign?
smoke weed,
Is that the
dude?
sign?
Yeah, that's
I was like, are you a cop?
you got.
Like, are you just feeling kind of froggy today?
Man, I remember
This
one.
is good weed, man.
I remember one wedding I DJ'd. I had the father of the bride telling me to stop smoking so much pot. Like he thought, like I don't know.
What?
Were you
He
smoking
just
pot?
thought I was high or something. I was high, but I was like, how does he know I'm high? You know?
Oh, he knows. He smelled
What
it.
were you smoking?
It was like a pen, and like someone at the wedding like just offered it to me and Troy. Yeah,
What? It wasn't even you brought it.
yeah. It was
Stop
because
getting high.
He thought I had messed something up with the announcements, but I was like, I literally just did whatever they told me to do. And
I
he
was
was
at a-
like, maybe lay off the pot, and he was all mad, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
You were just judging you by the way you looked.
Yeah, yeah,
Stoner.
yeah.
Lay off the
It was
pot.
hilarious, honestly. Like, give me my money.
I was at a wedding recently, and we were wondering why the bride wasn't coming out, but the DJ was just like over on his phone, and he wasn't playing the right music and shit. He just kept playing like some like 1,000 Years song over and over again.
You can really fuck up someone's day.
yeah, it's something like
Yeah,
that.
no, that's the song everyone.
She
fucking
probably
plays.
thought
I
that,
think that was what it was.
Yeah,
she probably
you're
thought that's what they wanted.
99%. 99%.
But I think he was supposed to
chance
start playing "Here Comes the Bride" or something.
you're
You're right. You gotta
They
get out
wanted
of
that.
1,000 years.
Wow.
Yeah, but then the bride was just like walking, looking all mad. It was
Oh
great.
my god, that's all. That's awesome.
It's gonna
But
be
it was
so.
an overall good time.
It's impossible to like not let that phase you. You're like,
Yeah, you can't let that song ruin. You can't let that song ruin your day because
You
it's just a
can't.
song.
Yeah.
But then you gotta be mad. The guy's fucking
Yep.
up.
Yep. Yeah, you had one job.
Right.
It's not the hardest thing, but it's easy to mess up. But it's not hard. Yeah.
I don't know.
at a wedding, you can't mess up.
I remember one time I was at another wedding and there was a long time we were waiting for something and they were playing like just like string music. Then I started recognizing some of the string music. I was like, "That's from Zelda." And I
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
fun.
and I went to the DJ and I was like, "This is from Zelda." He's like, "Dude, yeah, I ran out of my regular like
Are you
orchestral
kidding
shit.
me?
This wasn't supposed to be this long."
That's
He's like,
wild.
"So I'm into
That's-
Zelda orchestral stuff."
That is really funny.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm in Kariki Forest." The orchestral.
That shit is very good. That shit's very good.
It sounded fine. No one else noticed.
Do, do, do. As long as it's slowed down.
I don't know if it was that really.
Or no, there's that one that's like do 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 do.
Yeah, something like that.
That would work great though. That would work good.
Do.
It was
That's the
something
one.
like that.
Ocarina. He's like sitting on the ocarina.
Yeah.
That's
And you're as a kid, you're like, fuck, pressing the wrong C buttons.
dude. Nailing those though. When you would whip it out and just like you've been playing every Saturday for like 8 hours, and then you would just go do do do
Yeah.
do do do. You're like,
I remember
I
also
know
having
how
a
to play
hard
the ocarina.
Remember having a hard time getting Epona the first time winning that race, and then the second time you played through, you're like, give me that horse, bro. It's easy.
The horse is the best part.
The
Yeah.
race was hard.
Love to get in that horse.
And the other, yeah. What a
Water
good game.
temple's impossible.
Another thing, after you know what you're doing, you get the lead boots or whatever they're called, iron boots. You know
But you know what you're doing. I don't think I ever learned what I was doing. I never beat that game.
I had the book, dude. I would never beat it without the book.
That game has got a lot.
I never
going
had
on.
Zelda.
I was the
Never
first
had
person in
Zelda.
my neighborhood to beat Ocarina of Time.
That game is more immersive than like games that come out to like today, like Cyberpunk. Like that game has got more going on
I know.
than some of the most highly boasted games of nowadays. Like it's got more going on than you'd ever fucking imagine. It's really crazy. You could spend like 90 hours just fishing in the game,
Yep.
and then you wouldn't even catch the fish.
You need that lunker bass.
So many different things to do.
But
I would just go to do the Gerudo Valley obstacle course.
Yeah.
Try to
So many
get a
different
better
fun things you
time
can
on
do.
it.
Or the one thing in the graveyard, or what you do over and over again.
What was that? You
don't
help
remember.
him do something. You help the guy who digs graves do something. That town had a mystery too about it. Trying to get up to this certain tower, I never got up to it. There's all these chickens
I had the
that
book, and I beat it before all the boys in the neighborhood, and word got out. Yo, Jack beat the water temple. I'd be like, I came over to some kids I'd barely even hung out with, and I'd be like, I beat the water temple for you. I got you.
Oh my
fire was
God.
before water, right?
I'd be like, I remember getting like Pokemon cards and shit for beating the water temple for people and shit.
That's great.
Damn.
That's
Yeah,
how
that-
you use a skill to
This
make
one
something
rich kid in my neighborhood had all the Pokemon cards, I remember. And I remember it was like when I was like finally giving up on Pokemon cards, but he still had like all of them in the book, and I was like, I love Pokemon cards. And now I love Pokemon cards.
There's God.
Should have held on to him.
They had,
I mean, I should have held on to him.
I recently dug through my parents' attic looking for mine because I don't remember ever getting rid of them. I
remember
couldn't find
selling
them.
mine.
And when I dug through the attic, I found my Super Nintendo and all my Super Nintendo games.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. It was like 2 years ago now.
That's a score.
I had some good shit. I should have kept it.
Because I remember getting rid of my Genesis, and I was like, I got rid of my Super Nintendo too, I guess. But I opened this. It was in a chest too. It was like it was just like Zelda. It was literally in a chest. Like, no, 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 no. And in there was a Super Nintendo and a bunch of games.
Do 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 do.
The best Super Nintendo game I have is Sunset Riders. Have you ever played that?
Nah.
Can you pull up Sunset Riders, Mikey?
Is it motorcycles?
No, it's a cowboy western game. And it is so good and so hard, I've still to this day never beaten it.
A cowboy western game. Never heard of
And
one.
it's not that long. And one time, probably like about a year before I moved away from Texas, so probably like 2.5 years ago or so, me and my buddy hung out. We played it all night long. And we got to the boss like 2 or 3 times. We kept losing on the boss of the game. And it's one of those games you lose on the boss of the game, guess where you go?
Damn.
Beginning.
The beginning of the whole motherfucking
That
game.
is wild.
This is an arcade. I played this before. That insert coin 4-player bullshit. That's so much fun. These kind of games are the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're like it's a game like that's made to suck quarters.
Yep,
You know,
yep.
So it's supposed to be hard. So if you lose, you go back to the beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So we would get to the end every once in a while, but we could never beat it. I remember getting to the end with my dad even, and never being able to do it. But there's just 4 players. Maybe if we got 4 of us. We could
Looks like Mike's playing. Looks like Mike's playing Sunset Riders real quick.
Whoa. Let's go, Mike.
What are you playing? Like an emulator?
It may take a lot of time. It says.
What you pulling it up? and you playing it?
Konami.
Oh my god, that
Konami.
noise is bringing back memories.
Looks like we're doing this.
Hey, this town ain't big enough for the two of us.
1993. Yeah, I love this game.
Holy shit!
Big Cornando. Cormano, yeah.
Cormana.
There's 2 guys that have shotguns and 2 guys that have pistols. Yeah, pull that down.
All right, walk me through it.
And this guy has a shotgun. And when you kill this boss at this level, he says, "Bury me with my money." It's awesome, dude.
Do you not? You don't move up or down. You just.
You move side to side. You're gonna have to jump up to when you get to the right, but you're gonna die very soon. Go to the right.
Mike
Just trying to find out what jump is.
There's no. You jump only when there's something above you. If that makes sense.
Come on, Armando.
Oh wait, no, that's not right. You can jump. You go in there, you're gonna get an upgrade. You're gonna get 2 shotguns. You'll come out. See, this girl's gonna kiss you.
You kidding me?
Oh no, she kisses you when you get the money upgrade. Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Big of shotgun blast.
See, now, you jump up there. There's a way to hit up and jump. If you don't know what jump is, we should get out of here.
Andale, Armando.
The audio listeners are hating this.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
But yeah, this is a great game, and this is awesome that you just found it and are able to play it.
Yeah, that is wild.
There you go. If you press up and jump right now, you'll grab that. There you go.
There it is. Oh.
Wow, man, what a tough game. Games were used to be challenging, man.
Yeah, that one's hard, dude. But
Sunset Riders.
it's one of those things where that guy comes with that knife. He comes every time there, you know, so you know to expect him.
yeah.
On the second,
You kind of just
time
learn
through.
it. Yeah.
Dude, this cover is so badass. It's like the Japanese cover.
Dude, I loved this game.
It says Sunset Riders, video game.
That is an awesome cover.
Dude, I played this game with my dad all the time. And I played Sega Genesis games with my dad all the time. And I think I may have said before on the podcast, I broke my arm 5 times when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I remember being so addicted to playing Jungle Book on the Sega Genesis
That was a hard game.
I couldn't play it because of my one hand couldn't hold the controller. So, dude, my dad would hold one hand
man.
and I would hold the other. And, dude, I would move and he would, like, throw stuff and jump. Or another time I broke my right arm and I would throw stuff and jump and he would move.
No way.
Dude,
wow.
you just triggered me.
bonding.
And that was like
That's bonding
yeah,
right there.
dude, my dad was awesome with shit like that. But, like, I feel like it was good hand-eye coordination, good, like, no, move now, jump now.
That is great.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I could never beat the Witch Doctor level. Why?
I don't remember. Oh.
Like the tree level. Like you could not.
The tree level is the one with the snake attacks you the whole time, right?
That's a level, but I could beat this Witch Doctor level. Like with the Witch Doctor logo in the corner. Like,
I am so mad I got rid of this. I had this one for Genesis, and I sold all. I remember selling all my Genesis shit to Game Crazy and buying like 4 Xbox games or something and being like, I don't even have those games anymore. So dumb, dude.
damn, no longer available.
But yeah, that game's good. Jungle Book game.
It's hard, bro.
I had that and Aladdin. Why were all those Disney games so fire?
All
Who
the,
made
all the
those?
games were difficult, too.
They were
All
made
that
by-
shit was
I'm
hard.
pretty sure they were made by Acclaim.
The Lion King was hard. The Lion King video game was very, very hard.
That game was like impossible.
Yeah.
Have we already talked about this shit? The Tiny Toon Sports
Oh, man, I haven't seen that in a long time.
are the
Holy
Tiny
shit.
Toons All Stars.
This was one of those games I didn't have, but I knew a kid in my neighborhood who did. You
I
always
had
remember the
some
games?
kind of Tiny Toon
This
game.
The soccer on this game was so much fun.
We did talk about this like a long time ago, but this is fine. This is great.
Oh my god, you could make such good shots like this.
Oh, I didn't have that one, but I had a Tiny Toons game for my old gray Game Boy.
I played
some kind of
shit
Tiny
fuck
Toon
out
game.
of this goddamn fucking game.
But this is one of those games, like, you always remember the games that you didn't have, but you knew the kids who had them and where they were to acquire them. And I knew a kid who had this game, and I'd go play it with him. I remember a kid who had Diddy Kong Racing, and I didn't. I'd go play Diddy Kong Racing with him, and I had Mario Kart.
Diddy Kong's low-key better than Mario Kart.
Diddy Kong was good.
I actually had a recent debate on Facebook with some people about what game should be deleted from N64 history. Did you see it on my Facebook?
No.
Oh man, Neil and people were fighting in the
What?
comments and shit.
Which one
game
should be deleted?
Yeah.
There was 4 games. It was Mario.
Perfect Dark.
No. There's only 4 games to choose from. GoldenEye.
Oh, yes.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Mario Kart, Mario 64, or Ocarina of Time.
And you said
Which-
just kill me.
Damn.
I said just kill me.
I
can't pick one.
Neil's point was good. 'Cause
Neil's point. Yo, you did.
You
see
can
this. So did
drop
see this.
Mario Kart and get Diddy Kong in there.
That is the answer. Neil.
You're not dropping.
Yeah.
Neil saved my life.
There's other
with that.
drive games. There's other drive games.
You're not dropping GoldenEye. You're not dropping Mario 64,
is
and you're not
great.
dropping what was the other one?
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. Super Smash Brothers isn't even in the mix, but that came out later after those games.
I think Super Smash belongs in the mix.
Man, I have so
That is
many
the greatest
nostalgic
game.
memories of,
I'm not dropping that game. That
of
game's the
video
best.
games. My favorite one for this is there was a kid on the end of my cul-de-sac who was probably like 3 or 4 years older than me, which is crazy significant when Smash Brothers came out. Can you look up when Smash Brothers came out, the original one? And he, I don't know how we knew him.
99. Damn.
Oh, what just happened?
So 99. So I was 9 years old. This guy was probably
Oh, right
12
low
or
on the
13.
battery.
That'll be
Oh,
fine.
okay.
He was probably 12 or 13. I was 9 or 10. And he somehow, we were hanging out. Kind of weird, but he was just on my street. But he was in my house, and he saw that I didn't have Ness. I didn't have a couple of the Luigi. I didn't have a couple of the unlockable characters. He was like, if you just let me borrow your game, I got you. I let him borrow my cartridge. And I still remember to this day ringing his doorbell and asking for my cartridge back, and him being like, I got you all of them. And me going home and plugging that thing in and having Ness, and me being like, oh my God.
I got you all of them.
Your neighborhood had a very community vibe where you're just unlocking different
That's
video
amazing.
It was
games
a
for each
crazy
other.
video game centric
Because you had to
community.
get the water tower for so many people or whatever.
Yeah, I beat the water temple for more than one person. But this, man, how much
Real
later
team
did
effort
Ocarina of
over
Time-
there.
I think I was
That's
playing,
how gaming should be, and that's
Yeah.
before it was co-op, so it was still co-op.
but I was
Yeah.
playing Ocarina of Time many years after I was playing Smash Brothers. So the N64 must have had a long life cycle.
Man,
It did.
my N64 is still where it used to be.
It was like
and it
96
works.
to 99, or 97 to 99.
When did the GameCube come out? Would you mind looking that up? When did that come out?
I still remember having
2001. So ahead of its time. Insane.
I might have been playing.
Tiny little discs that
My
look,
mom waited in line at Toys R Us at midnight to get that for me so that I could have it for Christmas.
GameCube was huge.
My mom was solid on shit like that.
It was no
That's
Sega
awesome.
Dreamcast, but it was pretty good.
I got a GameCube too.
I remember one year they were like, Jack, we could not get you the N64. We're just going to have to get you games for the Super Nintendo.
And they had one.
Oh, yeah, dude. That Christmas morning when I woke up and my dad had hooked it up and like Mario's face was on the TV. You know, we could grab his nose and shit.
Oh,
my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
He'd pulled that up. And I was
Look
like,
at
oh
the,
my
remember
God.
that keyboard
What? Yeah, dude, that game had...
for Phantasy Star Online?
I had Fantasy Star Online because I was like, I'm going to get the modem thing and hook this up and play. And then it was too ahead of its time.
It's not. You got to have good internet too.
Yeah, N64 was the greatest because it was perfect for the time period. It didn't have to load, and it just worked every single time.
Yeah, no loading times. That's some wild shit.
I remember having these heated debates with classmates going, N64 or PlayStation. I was like, N64, there's no loading time. What are you all crazy?
Yeah.
They're like, you like your kiddie games. We play Siphon Filter. I'm like, that game kind of sucks.
Yes.
Is it worth the loading time? What do y'all do for that minute?
That was a
You
crazy
know?
debate. Yeah, they're like, we play Twisted Metal. We're hardcore. And I'm like, oh,
That
it
shit
looks like shit.
Yeah.
It looks bad.
I'm like, I'm playing Banjo-Kazooie and I'm smarter than you. And it really was. I was like,
Pass them the controller on the Dragon Boss and see if they can beat that on
I was
Banjo-Kazooie.
like, your mom and dad don't love each other anymore.
Yeah, but
just mad.
and Mario 64 was so crazy. That was talk about ahead of its time. That was like a free roaming, free world game.
It was.
I have that game on my Switch and I still play it.
That's good.
You could free roam the castle, and then when you got into the pictures, you do whatever you want until that time started kind of ticking.
When I was like traveling recently and I like was playing on my Switch, I was like, what do I want to play? And I was like, just came back to that every time. I just played Mario 64.
That game is
good.
great.
You can
Pokemon's
jump
a
into
good
any
travel
level, and they're
game,
all so
too.
different.
Yeah, I like this when you get like further into the castle. There's some levels that just have like replayability for days. I'm trying to think of what one I'm exactly thinking of, but I can't.
Oh, how about the new movie that's coming out? Everyone hates the voice. Did we already talk
So
about that?
fucking stupid. His voice
Yeah.
is so stupid.
Yeah, like couldn't it just been some New Yorker or
or
something?
could it have been the guy that does Mario's voice? Who's still
right.
alive?
There is a guy. And how mad is that guy? Can we talk about how mad that
He's
guy is?
at a convention right now in like fucking Poughkeepsie.
Sign in headshots of a picture for $20 a pop. Yeah. Man, he should be. Yeah,
What he
be on the
should
big
do is
screen.
he should have N64 there, and you should be able to stretch Mario any way you want, take a picture of it, and then him sign it. I was saying that's what I would do.
Why does this exist, dude? This should not exist.
But Jack Black's gonna kill it as Bowser. I love Jack Black.
Chris Pratt's Mario. Oh my.
So
And it's just like his voice. It's like, yeah, get an Italianish voice.
Charlie Day's Luigi. Keenan Michael Key is Toad.
Keenan Michael Key is in every single movie.
Fred Armisen.
He's in every single movie, and I think it's hilarious. He's so hireable.
Why is Cranky Kong in this?
So is Fred Armisen. He's in every
Seth
comedy.
Rogen is Donkey Kong. I mean, are you kidding me with this shit?
Huh, really star-studded cast.
Wow, they're really giving away spoilers that Donkey Kong's in this.
What the fuck?
I don't
are
want
they?
to know that Donkey Kong's
Do we
in
know what the
Mario movie.
crab from Little Mermaid's going to look like yet? I'm still so curious.
This is far
what's
from
the crab
over.
going to look like? Anybody?
I don't know, man.
I got to see.
The new Sebastian?
Yeah, the new Sebastian.
Let's see. Let's find out.
What does Sebastian look like in the new? And then we got to wrap this thing up. We are at time.
David Diggs. We got no preview on what he gonna look
It's
like.
going to look insane, right? There's no way it doesn't look absolutely insane.
Where's David Diggs from? If he's not from
Yeah.
Jamaica, I
Yeah.
don't want to figure
Sebastian will have Caribbean accent in live action Little Mermaid. Don't worry. He will have a Caribbean accent.
I'm so tired of this shit. Why are we doing this?
So live action means that crab's not animated?
It's going to be animated.
They were real crab on strings.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's going to be crazy.
I'll never forget the boner priest.
I don't think they can make
I have a boner. What?
a
Priest
CGI.
on the original Little Mermaid cartoon.
Oh,
he
I
had
do
a
remember
boner.
that. He had
When
a
like,
little
looked at
boner.
his hands is like, are we allowed to show animated boner?
No, don't
I
show
think
that.
you could probably show
It's
that.
just like a
but-
pin.
But wait,
it's him. It's a V in his pants. It's like him pitching a tent.
I thought the cover had a dick on it.
It does.
Yep. A lot of phallic
Sick.
imagery.
I'm just
on the
typing
cover.
in. I'm just typing in
Fucks.
Priest Little
Oh,
Mermaid.
Yeah, you already see it right there. You can already see it.
These people are sick.
You see the little pinched tent?
Ew.
I would never get sprung at a wedding. Is the name of this video.
I think it's like the Curb Your Enthusiasm like thing where it's just the pants. You know what I mean? The
Take a
pants.
look.
It's just a little pants boner.
pleats.
It's the pleats and the pants. That's Anchorman.
Anchorman, yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about? Curb Your
I've not
Enthusiasm.
watched a lot of those.
He has one episode where it's about like the pants boner.
Oh, that's the first episode.
Yeah, I think it is the first episode.
I've seen
yeah,
that,
yeah. And
The
that's
excited
talk about relatable content.
Yeah, that's the first episode. Yeah, I've seen that.
The
But,
excited priest.
I think the main thing I'm taking away from this episode, I need a pen or something. I have had like 15 thoughts just escape my mind.
Yeah.
Where I've had things we're talking about,
Yeah,
but you
bring a
guys are
notepad.
going at it.
Jot that
Mike
down.
pulls up nope.
Jot that down. How much is that on Amazon?
I got
Let me
notepads.
write that down. Let me write down.
I got notepads for him already at home. I'll bring them in.
Little sticky note. You know.
little sticky note. Little sticky note.
All right, let's wrap this up after that. Jeez, Mike's mocking me over here. Did I sound like that?
All right, guys. It's been
Maybe a
real.
little
Another
Post-it.
good one. Here we go.
If I don't beat Mike to death, we'll be back next week. Close it down, Mikey.
Battle Royale coming your way. If you want exclusive content, get ready because it's coming. We got a lot stored up. Yeah, we're going to have some crazy stuff like some lost episode type stuff. We're going to start clipping and teasing. We're going to start wagging and wheezing.
The intro,
Yeah. Yeah.
the before hour.
Yep. Exclusive pre-content. So just get ready.
Exclusive pre-cum content coming
Pretty
to the
much.
show,
The
y'all.
content. That's what I wake up to every morning. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what we're going to call the before show, the pre-cum special?
Exclusive content.
My
Good
mom,
timing.
My mom would not like that, dude.
Everyone have a good week, and we'll see you next week. It'll be a little spookier, a little closer to the Halloween time. See you then. Actually, it'll be the day before. I think.
Ooh, that's nice.
A couple days before, something like that. All right, guys. Have a good night. Have a good evening, and keep it clean.
Bye, Mom.
Keep it clean. Shout out to Jack's mom for keeping Christmas real.
She's not watching the show, though.